She's like, no, please don't kill my friend. I'm like, you're the one who just called her. You handed him the gun and made him make you call her.
This is your fault. Lily.
These people have no brains. Hey, it's Che. Welcome back to my channel. I'm joined by Wesley, and welcome to episode 7 of Fear Street Friday. You actually picked this book. I gave you a few options, and you chose Final Grade by R.L. Stine. Now, this was published in 1995. Go ahead and tell me why you picked Final Grade.
Well, when I was in school, I was always very obsessed with my grades, and I mean, this one, the tagline says, will Lily get an A in murder? I just am such a nerd. I totally get someone killing someone for an A+. I was intrigued.
Disclaimer for those who have not been keeping up with Fear Street Friday. If this is your first time, welcome. Wesley does not read these books. I pretty much read a Fear Street book every week. I recap it, get his reaction, and we just discuss the heinous plots of these R.L. Stine books.
Yes.
But they're great. Gold. Perfect. So let's go ahead and read the back of Final Grade. Everyone thinks she killed her teacher. Intense, competitive. Lily Bancroft had good reasons to hate him. She lives to win, and he was about to destroy her dreams. But murder? That was going too far. Even for someone as driven as Lily. She's innocent. But that hasn't stopped the whispers behind her back. Or the weird phone calls late at night. Then someone else is brutally murdered, and suddenly Lily is drawn into a nightmare she can't begin to control. Will her final grade be her last?
I love it.
So what are your predictions about Final Grade?
Usually what happens is she is like getting framed for murdering someone is what I think happens in this book.
She's being framed for murdering them?
She's being framed. Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Let's find out. I'm gonna be honest, this was not my favorite that we've read so far in the series, just because I feel like it was mainly plot driven and the characters, their like development kind of just fell to the wayside, and it was all about getting to the final plot point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go ahead and recap you and just let you know, fill you in on what happened. So basically, Lily is obsessed with being valedictorian. Her sister and her other sister both were valedictorian.
Damn.
So you know,
pressure.
There's so much pressure on Lily. Her parents are like, "You're gonna be so good. Your speech is gonna be amazing." She's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not even valedictorian yet. Like, I know I'm perfect, but damn, give me a chance to breathe." The book starts off, and Lily has gotten a B on her political science test.
Wow.
She's actually in tough competition with Graham. He's like second, and she's first, and they're like neck and neck in being valedictorian.
Graham.
Well, what happens is she goes to Mr. Rayner, and she's like, "Look, I studied really hard for this test. You've got to give me an A. Give me a second chance. I don't understand why I got a B. Can you tell me why?" He's like, "Because your answer sucked." He's like, "This is an honors class. This is an honor to take this class, and you literally are just giving me basic bitch answers."
He told her what's up.
And she's like, "Oh, are you kidding me? I'm supposed to be valedictorian." He's like, "Am I supposed to feel sorry for you?"
Damn.
He kind of just blows her off, and he goes over to this light, and he's like, "You know what? This light has a problem. I should probably fix this light." And she's like, "You're thinking about fixing a light, and you're not thinking about my grade and my future?" She's like, "Oh, I can't believe you." He's like, "You know what? Life's not fair. Get over it."
Period.
So she gets really upset, and she lunges across the desk, and she begins to strangle him. She strangles him to death until she hears his last gurgle.
Damn.
And then she wakes up from her daydream. As we know, R.L. Stine loves to put people in daydreams, and she killed her teacher, and then the whole day she's thinking, "Oh my god, I can't believe I thought about killing my teacher.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You got me, R.L. You got me.
I would never kill my teacher." She sees her friend Julie in the hall, and she's like, "Oh my god, I just want to murder Mr. Rayner." And she's like, "Don't say that." Julie is very sensitive when it comes to murder. Her brother was killed 4 years before in a robbery at a grocery store, so like she has become obsessed with murder mystery. She's always reading murder mysteries, and she's just obsessed with death.
Someone take this girl to a therapist.
Literally, she needs help. Okay, so of course Lily is going to have some extracurriculars. So she's a part of the school magazine. So is Julie. So is Lily's boyfriend, Alex.
Oh shit.
Lily's boyfriend, Alex, is Julie's ex. R.L. Stine loves getting messy.
Loves the mess.
He loves these like romantic triangles. I guess there's not really that bad blood between them, but wouldn't it be weird if we broke up and I started dating your best friend?
Yeah.
It'd be strange. It's just like you don't do that. But in the world of R.L. Stine, it's completely okay. So next on the magazine staff is Graham. His dad actually owns the printing press, so they can print this magazine. And then the editor is Scott. Now Alex is jealous of Scott because he thinks that Scott has the hots for Lily.
Oh my gosh.
And Lily's like, no, he really likes my writing and we're friends. And Alex is like, dude, you need to pick up on the signs because he is throwing hints that he wants you.
I for your woman.
After school, Lily ends up missing the bus and she's supposed to be going to work. She works at her Uncle Bob's pharmacy. Her mom is terminally ill. I'm assuming she's sick. She doesn't really leave the bed a lot. And the dad, he works. So she's working at the pharmacy to help their family. Well, she misses the bus. So she's like, oh, I'm going to have to walk. Well, Graham comes around with his seafoam green Porsche. His dad's seafoam green Porsche, I should add. And he's like, hey, I can give you a ride. Did you miss the bus? She's like, yeah, I have to go to work. They get in the car, they're talking, and he's like, yeah, so we're pretty close. How does it feel that I'm going to beat you being valedictorian? And she's like,
psych her out.
You know, she doesn't want to say like...
She's worried as...
Yeah, she doesn't want to say, oh, Mr. Reiner just gave me
a B.
Because then he would be like
Dang.
in heaven. So he drops her off at work and she's, you know, working with her uncle and Rick, the delivery boy, that's also has a crush on Lily. Lily is the hot commodity at Shady Side, apparently.
Oh my god.
She's just, you know, doing her homework and minding her own business when suddenly a man comes in with a gun and robs the place.
God.
A lot of robberies happen.
He loves it.
This, you know, this world. There's so many robberies. The robber gets really mad that Julie doesn't give him the money. The uncle comes out. He gets the pistol from the drawer and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. So, nice try. And the guy's like, I'm gonna come back and kill you both.
God. Just shoot him right now.
I was like, kill him.
Shoot him. He's on your property with a gun.
So Lily walks home and she thinks that the robber followed her home. So that night she stays up all night. It's a reoccurring thing. She stays up till midnight doing homework, studying, being extra. She's trying to get that #1 spot. That's what this entire book is about.
We love the dedication.
She's very dedicated. That's one thing I'll say is that I honestly thought this might have been one of the most boring that he's written because it was all about just getting straight A's.
Damn.
That's all it was about. And I was like, girl, can't relate.
She wants it.
So she goes to talk to Mr. Rayner and she's like, maybe I can get him to let me do extra credit. She walks in and she sees the ladder underneath the light bulb he had been talking about, and then he's on the floor dead. He had fallen off the ladder and cracked his head open.
Damn. Bye.
Yeah. So he can't change her grade, so she's stuck with a B. And I thought that she was gonna walk over to his desk and change her grade, like in his grade book.
Why would she not?
But she didn't. Maybe because her feet were covered in blood.
Yeah.
So they would have seen her footsteps going over to the desk. These people are dumb in these books anyway, so it's not like anyone would have known.
Just take your shoes off.
The magazine staff, they're walking home, and Graham is like, hey, well, you know, now that Mr. Rayner's taking a dirt nap, maybe you'll get an A in that, you know, that paper, because this girl in the hallway, she had gone and told the whole school that Lily got to be. Because I don't know why she told anyone.
Yeah, that's her fault.
You're not going to tell Graham.
We love a messy queen.
But you're going to tell some random chick. Anyway,
your fault.
She's like, don't joke like that. That's not funny. Like, you know, she's already assuming people think that she killed him because gave me a B and I pushed her off the ladder, bitch. So later that night, she's studying till midnight again. She gets a phone call. I know who you are. I watch you. I know everything that you want, and I want to help you get it. She's like, who are you? I know it's you, Graham. Leave me alone. Is it Graham?
Not Graham.
So the next day, they all go to the printing press. They're about to release a new edition of the magazine. And a stack, like a roll of paper, falls on top of Lily. And she's like, oh no, I'm hurt.
Oh my God.
Leg, ow. And she's thinking someone must have been behind the rolls and pushed it on top of her.
She wants everything to be about her. She literally could have tripped and she's like, someone threw a rock at my head.
She's so desperate for attention. She's desperate for that #1 spot. She's desperate for all eyes to be on her.
She works for it though. So we stand.
So she gets home. She studies till midnight again. The next day, there's going to be a trivia, like a school-wide trivia contest, and she keeps getting these phone calls. I know what you want, and I'm going to help you get it.
Wait, there are 2 guys that liked her that she's not dating? Okay, well, it's obviously one of those 2. Scott or Frank?
Frank. There's Frank.
Frank.
Rick.
Yeah. Rick.
It is hard to keep up with all these names because they don't all have like such distinguishable like characteristics. It's just like their roles. He works at the pharmacy. His dad runs the magazine.
Yeah.
She's wanting to get all A's. So is he.
Yeah.
They're all just bland and just needy.
Yeah. That's why he writes so many books, because he does not make his like supporting characters have any personality. Damn, I just dragged him.
The next morning is this huge trivia thing at the school. It's for a $500 scholarship. Graham and Lily. Of course, one sentence later, they're in the final two. Duh. She gets so nervous because he's psyching her out that he wins. And he gets the $500 scholarship.
Dang.
Are we surprised?
No.
Things are not going well for Lily.
She flopped again. Come on, Lily girl, you gotta pull through, honey. Right now, this is not acceptable.
So she runs away, and she runs into Rick.
Relatable.
He's like, hey, I called you the other night. And she's like, I knew it was you. And he's like, well, I hung up. Well, I like you, and sometimes I call you, but I hang up before you answer.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, whatever, I know it's you. Stop calling me. She runs home. Okay, so the next day, the midterm ranks are posted, which is this a thing? They just post everyone's grades?
I've seen that on TV. They just, on Boy Meets World, they do that.
I don't know that they ever did that for me. I don't really remember. Maybe they did, but I just don't remember.
That's like shady though.
Yeah, they posted everyone's grades, and looks like Graham is 1% higher. He's in first place. He's going to be valedictorian, and there's really not much she can do.
That sucks.
Shouldn't
have gotten that B.
Yeah.
Should have tried a little harder.
And she's so mad because she's like, he's not in honors classes. And I'm like, well, the thing is, you are, and you're not trying hard enough. So
yeah.
That's your fault,
You
girl.
took the risk to take honors classes.
Later on that night, Lily decides to go to the printing press. She sees that the magazine is being printed in red ink. And she's like, why is there red ink being printed onto the magazine? That's weird. And then it starts splattering on her. And she notices it's not red ink, it's actually blood.
Yes!
Because Graham is smushed into the printing press and his head is being like printed over.
I love it.
Yeah, so she freaks out. She grabs him. She's screaming, like, obviously.
She grabs him.
She grabs him. She rips him out of there.
Bitch, why did you touch him?
You can hear his head, like, cracking open and stuff as she's pulling him off. And blood is spraying all over her. She's covered in blood. And then she faints and she passes out with him in her arms. So she wakes up and everyone's there. And they're like, why is he dead? What did you do? What happened?
This happens in every Fear Street book.
Every single Fear Street book. Someone dies and then there's some innocent person that's like, let me put my DNA all over this.
I can't stand it.
But yeah, she's, stuck next to the body. And she's like, I found him. I didn't do anything. And they're like, okay, we believe you. And it's ruled as an accident that he must have just fallen in. Here's the thing. At the funeral, Lily is so nervous because she thinks that everyone around her thinks that she killed Graham and her teacher because she wanted that number one spot. And now it's her. She's number one. At the funeral, she decides to go say her goodbyes to Graham's body. The casket is closed, obviously, because his head was damaged. We love head trauma. The thing is, when she gets to his casket, it opens and his corpse sits up and points at her and says, it's you.
And then she wakes up.
Yeah, she's daydreaming. The casket is closed and, she says her goodbyes, but she can't help think that literally everyone just thinks that she did it. So she gets out of there. She bolts. She runs home crying.
That doesn't make her look guilty.
Yeah, devastated. Runs home. Goes up to her room crying. She's like, I need a tissue. She reaches in her purse. She pulls out Graham's glasses. Hey, it's me, Scott. Scott, what are you doing in my room? He's like, well, I saw you run and I thought you needed to be comforted. The front door was open, so I just came in. Okay, predator. Yeah. He sees the glasses. He picks them up. He's like, what are you doing with Graham's glasses? She's like, I just found those. They were in my purse, I swear. He goes, I know. I put them there.
Damn.
So Scott proceeds to tell Lily that he killed Graham for her. He loves her. He's obsessed with her. He's always loved her since grade school. Why didn't you just tell me then? I didn't think you would like me. Now do you like me since I killed Graham and you're going to be valedictorian?
This is the kind of guy that comes to school with the gun and kills people.
And here's the thing. She lets him get away with it. This is a little too fast to have a boyfriend. Break up with your boyfriend. I'm bored. He's like, I'm the one that's been calling you. I love you. You need to love me back. You need to break with Alex right now. I did this for you. And if you don't get with me, I'm going to tell everyone that you helped me kill Graham. And I'm going to tell everyone that you killed Mr. Rayner. You were in on it from the beginning and there's nothing you can do about it. So you're with me now, girlfriend. I was like, let me guess. She's not going to tell the cops. She's not going to tell her parents. She's going to go through
just and let him can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she does.
Oh.
She runs into Julie, and Julie's like, I think I'm onto something. Someone left a message for him at the printing press. I'm going to go listen to the message tonight, and I'm going to figure out who killed him.
Damn.
Lily's like, oh no, I don't think so. I don't think he was killed. You don't think it was an accident? I'm like, I would have been like, bitch, can you help me? Scott killed Graham, and I was gonna kill you too probably, because guess what? Guess what Lily told Scott? Julie's onto you. Julie's gonna go tell the cops.
Oh my god.
Julie knows someone killed him.
She's so
She knows
dumb.
it's not an accident, and she's gonna figure it out. He's like, really?
This is why you're not valedictorian, because you're not smart.
He's like, thanks for telling me. She's like, why? Well, now I have to go kill Julie. She's like, no, you can't go
my
kill
God,
Julie.
duh. Of course he's
He's
gonna
like,
kill
I have to
Julie.
kill Julie. We're in this forever. You really want to go to jail for Julie?
Oh my god.
But she's like, I didn't do anything. He's like, yes, you did. You helped me kill him. You wanted me to kill him.
You didn't tell anyone, and you let yourself get into the situation.
Literally, she didn't tell a soul. I would have been wired. I would have been like, hello, officer. Can you help me out here? Like, ridiculous. He forces her to go on a date with him. He follows her around. It's just days upon days of him stalking her and keeping her in this little bubble of fear. And I'm like, girl, pop the bubble and get the out. It's not that difficult. He comes up to the pharmacy. She's at work. She's like, what can I help you with? And he's like, you're going to call Julie right now, and you're going to tell her to meet us at the printing press so we can kill her. And she's like, I'm not going to help you kill Julie. Just turn me in. I don't care. I'm not going to help you kill Julie. He's like, you don't have a choice. So he attacks her. He grabs her over the counter in a fit of rage and passion. She reaches for the gun out of the drawer, and she's like, back off. And he's like,
yeah.
Give me the gun.
Oh my god.
Caller has the gun pointed at her.
She sucks.
She basically just handed it to him.
She sucks. I hate her.
Should have just shot him.
She's f***ing worse.
So she calls Julie and she's like, Julie, please meet me at the printing press at this time so that we can discuss who murdered Graham. All right, can't wait to see you there.
I'm tired.
Lily and Scott
so tired.
get to the printing press. It's dark. They're waiting for Julie. He's like, I'm going to spring out and shoot her. It's going to look like someone was robbing the place and then they just kill her. She's like, no, please don't kill my friend. I'm like, you're the one who just called her. You handed him the gun and made him make you call her.
Fault. Lily.
These people have no brains. Here comes Julie. Hi, where's Lily? Let me come into the printing press. He shoots her.
But she doesn't die. There's always a character that
Lily's
gets
like-
shot but doesn't die.
Lily's like, oh my god, run. She's like, huh? Boom. So
He's
she's like, I can't
crazy.
believe that you killed her.
She's not dead.
So the whole time, Scott has this gun pointed at Lily. She gets it away from him. She's like, I'm gonna kill you. That's the only option that I have.
Duh.
Well, guess what? She's pointing the gun at him. He's like, kill me. You can't kill me. Shoot me. Shoot me right now. She's like, So he comes over. He takes the gun from her. He's like, now I'm gonna kill you because you're trying to kill me. Lily is watching Scott as Julie's corpse is rising up from the ground. Corpse. I was like, her corpse?
Ew.
That's weird.
I hate that word.
So she really must be dead.
Yeah.
Apparently not, because she goes and picks up a pipe.
Oh
And
shit.
she beats him in the head with it. And
Julie.
Yeah, so
Queen.
Julie had heard everything. She obviously knows that Lily didn't do anything wrong. Here comes Scott. Not dead.
It's never dead.
He's not dead. The police are coming. Everyone is saved. Except for Scott. He's going to go to jail because he killed people.
Damn.
But then Lily's uncle, Uncle Bob, he's like,
Uncle Bob.
hey, so glad you're alive. Do you know where the gun went? The fake gun for the pharmacy? She's like, what do you mean? Oh, he calls it a starter gun. A starter gun. He's like, yeah, that thing's not real. She's like, no, the gun's not real? Oh no, it's just for looks, just to scare people. I don't really want to keep a gun around. I'm like, this girl was scared he was going to shoot her the whole time, and she could have been killing him.
Damn.
But she was afraid she was going to get shot, but the gun wasn't even real the whole time. So then, all live happily ever after. But then Julie's like, oh my god, who's that boy? He's really cute. Lily's like, dude, you cannot be thinking about boys at a time like this. Like, come on. She's like, no, tell me who he is. He's cute. Name's Rick. He works with my uncle. And then so obviously Julie's going to get with Rick because R.L. Stine loves it.
You gotta have it.
Throwing people together.
Loves it.
He just loves it.
No one can end single.
And then Julie's like, you know what this is going to teach you? It's going to teach you that being valedictorian isn't everything. And Lily's like, what do you mean? There's still 4 weeks to school. I'm going to be number 1, Julie.
Yeah, she is gonna be number 1 because
If it's the last thing I do.
Graham's dead.
Yeah, so she's going to be number 1, and that's the
it.
final grade.
We love it.
To be quite frank, this was not my favorite of the books we've read so far. I didn't hate it. I just thought that the plot, it was more plot driven instead of character driven, and I don't really like that as much because the plots, they're always predictable and stupid. But yeah, I would give this 3 A+ out of 5.
I was right when I predicted that she was gonna get framed.
You were.
Gotten to the point where I can just look at these covers and have an idea of what happens. That's like the 3rd one I've guessed right.
Yeah, you're getting good. Down in the comments below, let us know how far have you gone to get the grade. I plead the fifth.
I always get the grade, so you gotta do what you gotta do, sweeties.
Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, or if you just liked us, that's fine too. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with everything that's going on with me and us and my wacky mind. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
Viewers beware, you're in for a skip.